Hello everyone, this is Matt from MMORPG.com, welcoming you to another edition of Inside the Den, a quick peek at a game's features and overall gameplay. Now today, Inside the Den, we're going to take a look at Soul of the Ultimate Nation, or Sun for short, from WebZen. This is a 3D fantasy MMORPG, and if you like what you see in this video and you want to learn more about Sun or Soul of the Ultimate Nation, you can check it out over at MMORPG.com or click the link below. Alright, here we go. So, you've got 3 different servers, one for Europe, one for America, one for Asia. You've got experience up and price down in the Asia server. Right now, we're doing this in early April of 2011. So let's go check that out. I'm not sure if I can get into it. I don't know if it's going to be IP locked, but it looks like we can. So we're going to go ahead and create a character. Now unfortunately, I personally am not a big fan of this character creation setup. The classes are basically gender locked, and you click on each one and then it'll go through a brief description. So this is the Shadow, half human, half demon. So let's cancel that. We're going to go through each of these. The one thing that's really tough is, like, you can see I have my mouse cursor on this one, and it takes a little finagling to actually select the character. So this is the Valkyrie, female warriors, kind of your tank type, have some spell casting ability, stuff like that. And then you've got your Elementalist, which is your wizard or mage type character. Then here you have, let me see if I can get a hold of it. There we go. A little graphical area. You have your Berserker, which is your warrior type with two-handed weapons, tons and tons of DPS damage. And then over here, lastly, you have your Dragon Knight, which is, it's kind of a cross between a paladin and a rogue. They have, you know, a lot of different abilities. One of the nice things about this game is the character classes are not your traditional, so to speak. They have a lot of your traditional elements, but there's a lot of differentiation between them. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to select the Elementalist. I'm kind of a fan of the spellcasters. So let's do, you can do a duplication check. This ID can be used. So we're going to move to customization. Now, there isn't a ton of customization. We'll run through these real quick. There's a total of 5 hairstyles. We will go with that one. And then face types, 5 of those, sure. And then you can choose your height, which there's not a lot of options, but we'll go with 1.78 meters, and your costume type, which, as you can see, there are no options. Now, you are able to go through these weapon and armor sets, but it's nothing that you're going to be able to see right now. They're just previews of what you can do later, which is interesting because actually the weapons aren't working. So let's go ahead and move it. And the armor is not working. So it was working before. Actually, you know what? It looks like I have to select one and then hit try on. So there you go. It doesn't just automatically do it. So let's take a look at a couple of these real quick. Let's zoom out. So you can see these are some of the crazy sets that you're going to be able to find throughout the game, and finding the instance dungeons. There are tons and tons of instance dungeons in this game, which is, you know, a good thing for those of us that like that stuff. So we're going to revert back to my basic, create my character, and let's get started. So one thing you'll see once we get in is that the graphics in this game are really, really done well. There's a lot of little basic things that I personally like about it. There's also a few things that I don't like about it. You can move around with WAS and D. You can also move around with point and click. And then we click on this guy. We're going to pick up that quest. He tells us to move. As you see on the mini-map, he wants us to move over here. So we're going to talk to him. Complete that quest. Pick up the next one. Hit accept. And then he wants us to move over there. Now, the quest list is kind of strange. So you bring up the quest list. Unfortunately, something that a lot of games are doing now that this game doesn't do is, as you can see, the person that I have to go to complete, I cannot click it. It is a thing of just being lazy, but it is a feature that I personally like, and I know a lot of people out there like in these games. It makes it easier to get around. It also makes it easier for you to just click on the character, be able to move forward. So we're going to get into our first fight. Sometimes you can click really far away. Right now it's not letting me. I think I have to get, there we go. We had to get to the right spot. So we can click really far away and move. The guys that we want are right there. We actually don't have any of our skills in place, so let's go ahead and we're going to drop fire arrow into the number 2 slot right there, and ice dagger. Sometimes these can be a little tricky into the number 3 slot. Now, as you can see with the skills for an Elementalist and each skill type, you've got different types. You've got, like for the Elementalist, you've got Ether, Circle, Passive, and then these are just your actions and your emotes. But you can see, like, with these different ones, you've got healing inside of the circle, and then you've got a lot more of your DPS and your kind of, it's weird because it's kind of more your Elementalist stuff directly in your Ether set. So you can actually become a healing type and essentially like the old enchanters of EverQuest and stuff like that, where you're actually a support type class if you go with the circle type. So you see here, you get bonus points every time you level. Then you can attribute those to either your basic stats or to one of these 2 skill proficiencies. Let's bust through these guys real quick so you can see that. It's not going to take me long. I'm already almost there. And we've got 2 of 3 down. So we've got a few other guys. He invited me to the party. I'm going to say no because I don't want to group with these guys, even though they're probably waxing all of this stuff, and it's going to be very hard for me to get. But the things here, the good thing is these guys respawn really quick, so it won't take long for me to actually... There we go. So these guys respawn really fast. Blow them up real quick with my spells. So, and as you can see, almost every single one of these kills is actually leveling up. So it's pretty crazy, the EXP gain in these games. So this one's probably going to maybe put me over the top, move me to level 4. But you know, we're going to move on and go turn in the quest. And while we do that, we will, let's click way far over there. So as you see, I've got those bonus points we talked about. So I'm going to actually put it all into Ether so I can show you guys some skill ups. Let's get that last point in there, and there we go. So they're in there. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a ability to put all your points in there and then confirm. So make sure you know exactly where you want these to go, because you can reset, which is a nice little feature, but at the same time, you're not able to confirm when you are putting those in there. Another nice thing is, as you're going through these quests and different quests, as you'll see it highlights for you the one that you really should be using, because these are all for different classes. So we're going to select that. Let's pick up the other quests he has, just to get some more stuff off of low quality leather off of those guys. But let's look at a few more things. Here's the map. As you can see, the map is pretty big. A lot of different places for you to travel around and different things for you to do. Here's the local map. You can see they put the different craftsmen and different things like different NPCs on there. N makes your mini map a little bit bigger. L is your to bring up your quest list. Sorry. So as you know, I put all those points into Ether, and you can see here it says my Ether proficiency to go up to the next level has to be 5, but I have 10, so I can put another point in there and do the next level is 10. So I actually put a total of 2 level ups, and I got 1 more skill point, so I can either wait. And put it into put more into Fireball, which is kind of an area of effect. And has some splash damage you can see there, or I can put it into Ice Dagger, which is a good spell to pull with because it slows guys down, but I'm actually going to put it into Fireball and then add that to right there. So another thing that I wanted to show you guys is this right here, which is really a cool feature. So as you're cruising through different areas, and even when you go into the different instances, you're going to get different collection items, and then you're able to complete. See, this is for Forest of the Beast, and then they're for the different areas, and you're able to complete these different things. I don't think that I have anything right now. I haven't even equipped the basic equipment that they've given me. So I've got a Thorny Vine staff that's 58 to 62, and this glass orb. We're going to go with the staff. It's a little bit more. They give you a lot of little startup. These are normally cash shop items, but they want you to have them, see, so you can move around the game really quick. There's also some items here that you can see right there, remaining time 336 hours. So we're going to equip these real quick.
Check the
That's
item
not for
requirement.
me. So we're going to equip that one. And you do start with, I think it's 5 bag slots. And then you have to, if you want any more, you have to buy. So you get a lot of bag slots, not like a lot of games where they really, really limit you down to the number of bag slots that you can have. So we're going to actually equip these guys because they give me bonus to EXP. That one's actually 50%. And then this Commander's Baton. I think we can equip that. Maybe not. So let's equip that armor. So nice thing is my skirt goes up every time I jump in the air. So kind of a perverted little thing, but hey, whatever. So let's take some of these guys out. Tab will select the next target. So let's use our new fireball skill. That was it. Unfortunately, there was no one nearby. But you can see, since I used the skill up, my new skill was like one-shotting these guys. So let's shoot my little, I think it's called a fire arrow. There we go. Let's
Select a target.
let's select these guys up here. I'm using the fireball. So you can see right there, I took out a couple of guys. It's obviously a very nice skill to have to quick level up. I'm already level 5. So like I said, the EXP moves really, really fast. I've already picked up all the items that I need. I keep hitting B, but I keep meaning to hit I to close this. But I want to show you this anyway. So you hit U and it shows all of your inventory slots. So it's kind of a cool little feature that allows you to bring up all those inventory slots. Let's see what some of these other keys do. This guy's a big guy. Let's take him out real quick. Oh, he's already dead. But we do have our 3 leather pieces, so we're going to cruise back. You can see on the map, you can see all the red dots showing enemies. What's really weird about it is it doesn't necessarily mean that they're hostiles. It just means that they're enemies. So you can take that as you want, but if you walk through an area and you see a bunch of red dots, they may or may not attack you. So we need to go over here to turn this in. Oh yeah, that's one thing that's really weird. So if you're running and you use your right click on your mouse, the camera actually moves around you. You want to use your left click. Kind of different from some other games. I know it confuses me every once in a while. It'll throw me off. And I'll continue to keep using B to try and bring out my backpack to equip those right there. So he wants us to go and grab something off this table. So we'll do that real quick. So as you can see, items like chests and stuff like that will have these big red exclamation marks over them. So we're going to be able to collect the key that he wants us to real quick. Almost done. There we go. We got it. So let's go turn. We want to actually turn that in up here. The nice thing is if it's off your mini-map, you see the arrow. It tells you where to go. The game leads you around pretty well, which is nice, especially in the beginning, so you're not wondering exactly, okay, what NPC do I have to talk to now, and where do I have to go, and all these different things. It's a nice little feature. Yeah, I almost pressed B again, but instead I caught myself. Oh, almost done. We're heading off into another area, so let's accept. So he wants us to cruise in through this portal. Another cool feature that the game does have is you can run instances solo or with a group. I know, a lot of games, they make you have to have a group to run an instance. I think that's a trend that's catching on more and more, is games will allow you to run these instances solo. It's kind of a neat little feature, just in case you don't have time to find a party or whatever, but you can run an instance. It's great that you can do that and not have to deal with finding a party, and you can just knock out some of those things. But overall, you can see the graphics are really, really good. You've got great looking water, you have great shadows, you've got great lighting effects. I turned the music down a little bit because I wanted you guys to be able to hear me, but the music is really good, and the different areas have a lot of different types of music, which is great, especially when you don't get bored or tired of the different music that's in the game. But overall, if you're looking for something different to play, looking for something different to try out with good graphics, good overall sound, and good gameplay, you can see the UI is pretty basic and easy to use. I would definitely recommend you guys try and Sun out. It's done by WebZen. It's pretty small download, like 2.6 gigs, not very big, and something that you can install pretty quick and get going. You run it from their website, and all that good jazz. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. And if you want to play or learn more about Soul the Ultimate Nation, you can read our full review on MMORPG.com or click the link below. Till next time, thanks for watching.